The NBA has changed dramatically since the three-point line was introduced in 1979. It transformed the way players, coaches, and fans see the game, and it's arguably the single most important shot in basketball today. When you think of the greatest and most influential shooters ever, Steph Curry comes first to mind.
Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang!
He holds the record for most made threes and is often credited as the player who changed the game the most. Then there's Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Klay Thompson, all legends in their own right. Allen's buzzer beater shot versus the Spurs to extend the series.
His three-pointer. Bang!
Reggie's 8 points in 9 seconds in the Eastern Conference semifinals is the definition of clutch. And Klay, he's half of the Splash Brothers, the prototype of the modern shooter, once scoring 43 points off just 4 dribbles. Those 4 are the consensus top tier. But who's next? Dame, Harden, Nash, maybe Larry Bird? Let me tell you the story of the most slept-on shooter of all time, Shavano Raynor Hield, better known as
Buddy Hield! He digs it out. Here's Buddy Hield. The three. Yes! Yes!
Buddy grew up in 8 Mile Rock, a poor community in the Bahamas. One of 7 kids raised by a single mother, he quickly learned what hard work meant. His mom, the one who actually gave him the nickname Buddy, was his foundation. Buddy gained a love for basketball and found any way to play. He even built a hoop outside of his grandmother's house, made of a plastic crate and a piece of wood nailed to a pole.
I started off on a crate court and built it my own. I couldn't leave the yard because my mom, she's very protective, and I just I gotta figure out something to do.
Often barefoot, sometimes with torn shoes, Buddy played because he had to. His determination made him an island legend before he was 16. That's when Kansas Christian Academy coach Rob Fulford helped bring him to the US. There, Buddy lit up the high school scene, averaging 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, and even earned multiple D1 offers before choosing Oklahoma. Buddy's first 2 seasons at Oklahoma were nothing special. He was solid, but not spectacular. The Sooners didn't win a single postseason game either year. However, in year 2, he became the team's leading scorer, jumping from 8 to 16.5 points per game. As a junior, his stats were nearly the same, both production and efficiency-wise, but he started to become a leader to his team. Oklahoma finally saw a little more success, winning a few important games, but scouts hoped he would have blossomed a little more this season. They didn't see him as a first-round pick. Then came his senior season. Everything changed. Going into his senior year, Buddy was seen as a good college player. Reliable, experienced, maybe all Big 12. Nobody expected what came next. He exploded. Buddy's junior season, he led his conference in points per game with 17.4 points per game. He did it again the next year. You may think, what? He averaged 2, maybe 3 more points? Buddy averaged 8 more points for a total of 25 points per game. He led every single major conference in points per game, while shooting 50% from field, 46% from 3, and 88% from the line. 46% from 3 on nearly 9 attempts per game is insanity. Buddy carried his team all the way to the Final Four, their first one since 2002, averaging 29 points per game, leading up at the Final Four. Ultimately, they lost to the champions Villanova, but Buddy's legacy was set. That season earned him the Wooden Award, Naismith Award, and the title of National Player of the Year, turning him from a projected late second rounder into the 6th overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft.
With the 6th pick in the 2016 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Buddy Hield.
Since entering the NBA at age 24, Buddy has quietly put together one of the most consistent shooting careers ever. He's already 16th all-time in made threes, averaging a staggering 244 per season. However, his career is not full of winning. Buddy's trajectory took an early setback. Just 6 months into his career, he was a centerpiece in the blockbuster trade that sent DeMarcus Cousins to New Orleans, who was averaging 28 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2.7 stocks. This trade and the duo with Anthony Davis could have reshaped the league if it wasn't for Cousins' injury that changed his career permanently. In Sacramento, Hield produced year after year in one of the league's toughest places to play meaningful basketball. Respectfully, no one really cared about the Kings or Buddy from 2016 to 2022. He left just before Fox and the Kings started to break out. Buddy is not a number 1 option, but the kind of player that could change a championship team's ceiling, the perfect star in his role. Buddy could have been a complementary core piece on a championship team for years, and I believe he still can. There is a world where on Buddy's new team, Steph Steph and the Warriors get one more ring, cementing many people's legacy in basketball. Imagine a world where Buddy plays a pseudo Klay Thompson role and becomes an honorary splash bro for Steph's 5th championship. I'm not saying he's going to be Steph's Robin, but a star in his role and an integral part of a championship team. If he plays 5 more seasons at just 220 threes per year, below his career average, he'll finish with around 3,000 made threes, likely top 5 all time. Pair that with a possible championship run on a contender, and Buddy Hield could cement himself as one of the 5 greatest shooters ever. Maybe not the flashiest, maybe not the most famous, maybe won't officially be top 5, but absolutely one of the best to ever do it.